Happy Saturday, guys. This is one of my favorite times of the week, Saturday mornings. Shout out to Khalif Salahuddin with the $10 super thanks. Real talk, guys. You guys will never know how much I truly appreciate you going into your wallets to support me. $10, $20, $2, $50, $1, doesn't matter. Every penny you guys send my way is never, ever taken for granted. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for continuing to support my work. You guys are the reason I do this. Okay, let's get started.
So why do men leave long-term relationships and then move on fast? And this has to do with the 80-20 rule. See, the partner that he has, she possesses 80% of what he wants, but he gets fixated on that 20% that she does not have. So what does he do? He finds a woman who has that 20%. And when he feels that, he thinks, oh my God, this is exactly what I've been looking for. So he jumps ship. He gets into that relationship really
like
quick. But then he realizes that she doesn't possess the 80% that you had. And what happens? He realizes that he made a mistake. But you know what? It's already too late because he's jumped ship. He's left. And then he's unhappy. And he doesn't end up staying with that person long term, or he ends up staying in an unsatisfying relationship because he lost that 80% just to get 20. Just remember, the grass isn't always greener on the other side.
I love how women always speak softly because they think that it just makes it so much more wise. Women are the absolute masters of projection. They really are. They look at everything through their own lens and then apply it to men. What this woman just described is quite literally how women operate in relationships. Women have, are, and always will detonate a relationship for the 20% they're missing. A lot of women blow up their relationships for less than that. We hear it all the time, guys. My husband takes great care of me. He makes great money. He pays all the bills. He's a wonderful father. He gives me everything I need. And we have a great life, but something is missing. I can't quite put my finger on it, but something's missing. Women have ended relationships for far less than the 20% they're not getting. And what ends up happening is exactly what this woman is describing. They're the ones that jump ship to get that last 20%. Women have ended relationships for far less than the 20% they're not getting. And what ends up happening is exactly what this woman is describing. It is the women who jump ship to get that last 20% that they're missing, only to realize that the 6'4" square-jawed Adonis, who plows her like an adult film star, hates her kids, doesn't want to pay for anything, and smashes other women on the side. She tries to make it work, but quickly figures out that this dude wasn't worth blowing up her family for. But because we know that the majority of women double down on their bad decisions, she never admits wrongdoing. Let's go back to where this relationship professor talks about a man finding a woman with that missing 20%. She said, as soon as he feels that. That right there, the word feel, that is a telltale sign of classic projection. She doesn't even realize she's doing it. You see, men don't feel anything when we look at a woman other than lust. This chick is talking about men from a female perspective, which is something just about all of them do as a matter of habit. Ricky D is another post-wall wannabe dating coach who thinks she has all the answers. I keep telling you guys that women give terrible dating advice, and these broads keep proving me right. Next video.
They don't leave you for someone better. They don't leave you for someone who's prettier. They leave you for someone who's easier.
Oh, how profound. This broad thinks she just blew everyone's mind with her fake philosophy, using her white girl voice. You know this woman doesn't sound like this in real life. You guys know I like to call this thing C-Thrim, cloak the hood rat in me. But she thought she just blew everyone's mind, but believe it or not, she's actually right. When a woman is quarrelsome, difficult, argumentative, and disagreeable, you bet your ass that a man with options is going to exercise those options if he's dealing with a woman like this. Life is hard for men. I'm not complaining about it, not crying about it, because it is what it is. Life is difficult for men because we're built for it, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But when it comes to the women we choose to invite into our lives, the last thing we want or need is a woman who is difficult. When we get home from dealing with the world, we need a soft, docile, feminine woman who makes our lives easier. This chick is essentially shaming men for what she's characterizing as taking the easy way out. Look, you can call it whatever you want, sugar tits, but if a man with options has a choice between a woman who challenges you and nags you all the goddamn time, and a woman who is easier to deal with, guess what? He is going to choose the latter every time. So keep being difficult and let me know how that works out for you. Next video.
Great rising. Do you know why women love so hard?
Why?
Do you know why women keep taking you back time after time, even if you've done them wrong,
sure you'll tell
even
us.
if you've hurt them? They are so loving and they just keep taking you back. And you think to yourself, wow, this woman must really love me to keep taking me back when I keep doing her wrong. I'm here to tell you why that woman keeps taking you back.
Why?
She keeps taking you back because she's cheating too. And she needs you to keep cheating,
Yes,
so you're not at home worrying about her.
Word.
Happy Monday. Guru loves you.
Sweet mercy. This BBW thinks she just dropped the mic. She thinks she just dropped a truth bomb with her little sign-off, Happy Monday, Guru loves you. Let me clue you in on the real reason women take back men who step out on them. It's because of feminism. Feminism has reprogrammed the female mind to do the opposite of their biological programming, at least in a superficial sense. You see, modern women punish the kinds of behaviors they used to reward. Things like treating them like a lady, being courteous, checking up on her, holding the door for her, and all the rest of the gentlemanly behavior they say they want. Now, on the other end of that spectrum, modern women reward men who treat them like garbage, put hands on them, cheat on them, and so forth. Feminism has basically outlawed masculine behavior in the West. And because most men don't want to ruffle any feathers, they're afraid to act like men. What this has done is it has created a demand for men who don't act the way our culture demands them to act. If you look around, there's rarely a man who is a masculine gentleman at his core. Men are either spineless simps or a bad boy player. There are very few men who are in that gray area. There are very few men who embody both ends of the spectrum. So when a woman comes across a man who does what he wants and lives his life unapologetically, they're drawn to him because he's such a rarity. Now you combine that scarcity with the reprogramming of women, and you've got women taking back men who smash other girls on the side. Women are not taking back cheating men so they can cheat themselves. That's not even close to true. They take back cheating men because men who can step out are men with options. And men with options are few and far between relative to the number of men out there. This guru is putting this out there in an attempt to scare men out of smashing other girls on the side. Oh my goodness, she keeps taking me back because she wants to cheat too. Oh my God, what should I do? That's ridiculous. But the men who know better, they're not buying this nonsense. Guys, stop listening to old, overweight women who call themselves dating experts. Not a one of them has a ring on their finger, much less a man who's worth a damn. Next video.
So all my dudes out there, even though everything good for you now, you getting money, doing whatever you want to do, disrespecting queens, you know what I mean? You got your money, you got your cars, you got your clothes. You the man out here. But what you think God gonna say to you on that day when he asked you, what did you do with all that energy that he gave you? And you know you can't lie, so you gonna reply, I used the money to get and I had a lot of money and I had a lot of things and I used my energy to women and manipulate them and steal from my brothers. But I had a lot of things. I mean, I was the man out there. What you think God gonna say?
What's he gonna say?
I'll tell you what he gonna say.
Word.
Off with your head, you evil servant, where there'll be gnashing and weeping and gnashing of teeth. Get away from me because you use your energy for your own selfish needs. Wow. And you neglected responsibility.
For real?
Your duty to your people.
Oh, duty.
And you played with the minds of my children, my women. And you denounced them.
Oh.
Just for the love of money. Well, allow money to buy you out of hell.
For the love of
money. Let me see. Buy it. Buy your place in heaven. Let me see you do it.
I mean, goddamn, this is masculine as like she's almost as masculine as Superhead. So basically, this chick is mad that the dudes she wants don't want her. At least not anymore. She looks like she's probably in her mid to late 20s, but she's overweight, which likely means she's had a couple of kids by these players she's out here denouncing. I find it amusing that we live in a time when female nature, when used for their own benefit and their own selfishness at the expense of men, is praised and even encouraged. Foodie calls is a very good example of this. I think it was something like 1 out of 3 women admitted to going out on dates with dudes they didn't really like that for free food. My guess is that the number is probably a lot higher, but 1 out of 3 is still ridiculously high. But 33% of women openly admitting that they mislead men about their romantic intentions shows us that it's okay for women to take advantage of men. It's okay for women to leverage their sexuality and dangle that fake carrot to unsuspecting men for their own benefit. But then the dine and dash dater gets jail time. Simon Levi is the world's most terrible human because he took advantage of women. It's okay for women to stop birth control. It's okay for women to poke holes in a man's condom to baby trap him. But a man shooting his load without her consent, that's a Class Z felony. So it comes as no surprise to me that this 2-time baby mama is feeling some type of way that her baby daddies want nothing to do with her. The players and F-boys out here running through women like a bad defensive line are manipulating women. Bitch, ain't nobody hold a gun to your head and made you lay down with these niggas. You did that on your own. You got no one to blame but yourself, ma. Then she talks about stealing from his brothers. I guess maybe she's referring to dudes dirty macking and stealing 304s from brothers. I don't know. If that's what she's talking about, you can't steal something that doesn't belong to you. Because most of these hoes out here belong to the streets. And you cannot steal a woman who belongs to the streets. Trust me, I speak from personal experience many times over. Then she talks about what God would say to these players when they get to the pearly gates. How the f*** do you know what he's gonna say? What, you got a direct line to God or something? You don't know shit. In fact, I think you're getting your deities mixed up. You're talking about off with his head. Off with his head? What is this, Alice in Wonderland? We talking about God or the Red Queen here? Now all of a sudden this hoe wants to cling to the Bible, as if she's just going to be able to stroll right through to heaven because she hasn't done dirt at all. Oh no, she's perfect. She's never lied, she's never used men, she's never manipulated, she's never done anybody dirty. Newsflash, boo, humans are inherently selfish. Women more so than men. But you only have a problem with it when a man puts himself above you rather than bowing down to his queen. Bitch, you can't be a queen if a king doesn't appoint you, so stop this nonsense. And lastly, this whole responsibility to his people, that's a load of shit. Guys like me are routinely told that we're sellouts, coons, Uncle Toms, we're not black, etc. But then when niggas like us actually make it and start shagging up with white girls, oh, now we have a responsibility to our people. Now we have a duty to our people. Wrong answer. My responsibility is to myself and mine. Black men don't owe anybody a goddamn thing, least of all people like this. That's all I got for you sons of bitches this time around. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out. And if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate a sub. If you dig this format, be like Khalif Salahuddin and drop me a super thanks, and I'll shout you out on the next go round. Till next time, guys.